What's up, guys? Music fan here. How you guys doing? Here for a quick track review of the newly premiered Metallica song, "The Lords of Summer." Was premiered just last evening during their show in Bogotá, and this would be a track review of the new song. So, "Lords of Summer" is the first newly Metallica release since the Death Magnetic era. More specifically, the Beyond Magnetic EP. Even though that's full of outtakes from the Death Magnetic sessions, but then again, I'm babbling. So as for the sound of this particular song, it I would have to say, it sounds really good actually. Like I think it's a really awesome Metallica song. It really feels like, if I can use a description, really feels like has the dynamics of Death Magnetic. It really truly feels like a natural extension from the Death Magnetic era, and yet at the same time, like, as far as its time length is concerned, and its open spaciousness of the song. Not that it's way too loose like there was in Load, but it still definitely also feels like a Load track, or even a Reload track. And even speaking of Reload, Kirk Hammett's solo feels like a fusion between a Reload solo and then eventually evolving into a Death Magnetic like solo. And with those elements together, it really feels like a really interesting hybrid of a song that kind of seems to kind of combine different Metallica elements into the picture and find a really good balance between them. And this is not to say that Metallica was doing this deliberately or had the intentions of doing so. It's just the description of how I perceived it personally. And so it really sounds really cool. It definitely has a lot of those elements, those combined elements, at least for me, in my personal opinion. The lyrics, are pretty typical Metallica fare of themes of apocalyptic themes, themes of death, themes of lords, and all these different stuff. Like, I mean, it wouldn't be out of place of a Justice for All track. But yeah, it wouldn't feel so out of place of any of their thrash metal '80s music. Um, and the really cool thing about this is again, I have to say, is Kirk Hammett's solo on this track. He really combines, like, he really makes kind of like initially it starts off sounding like a Reload solo, like a solo that would come off of that album. But then when the solo keeps progressing, it turns into a solo that would not sound out of place on a Death Magnetic song, and it sounds really cool in that type of arrangement. And Kirk Hammett really does a really fantastic job at creating that type of solo. And again, not that I'm trying to say that he intentionally created the solo with those two things in mind. Is just, again, my perception of what the solo sounds like for me. And the rest of the band also performs really well here. James is typical frontman like thing, and Robert Trujillo and Lars Ulrich, are tight as ever. And yeah, not much else I can say about this song. I'm feeling like a really really strong, like a 4 out of 5 for this song. I mean, clearly it doesn't rank high above my list of other of my personal favorite Metallica songs, like One, Master of Puppets, For Whom the Bell Tolls. They don't rank high above those, in my opinion. But still, it presents itself as a really interesting snapshot of what the upcoming new Metallica album, I'm hearing it will be released around 2015 or so, will definitely sound like. And And who knows? Maybe this song will survive the stages and be released as it is, or will not even be featured at all on the album. But it still remains to be seen of what kind of reincarnation this song will go through, or even if it will survive in its current state, or even not survive at all. It's all up in the air, but but for sure, definitely, this song, the sound of this song really provides a snapshot to where the band is at creatively, and I have to say it's very interesting. It's a really interesting time in Metallica, and I definitely will leave some links on below of the actual performance. Tell me what you think. I will say this though, that I am not entirely sure how long this video is going to stay up. The video down below, I mean, with the link. I'm not sure how long it's going to stay up or before it's taken down. So I implore you to watch it while you can, before it's taken down. Afterwards, I'm really not sure what else I can do after then. So take your chance right now and tell me what you think. What do you think of the Lords of Summer? Do you think it's a brand new, exciting venture into the world of Metallica? Is it a progression into something new for the band, or do you feel as if the band has passed their prime and should break up right now? Which to that I would say I don't think so. But then again, what are your thoughts? Do you love the song? Do you not like the song? Why or why not? And that's pretty much it. Been a track review of Lords of Summer, new song from Metallica, and that's it. Mr. Music Fan, take care, guys, and I will see you later.